Today we're going to be experimenting with do-it-yourself throat hit on zero nic liquids. Been a lot of talk about what will work, so I'm going to try Now Foods Cayenne extract. Bottle says the only ingredients to this are cayenne extract, alcohol, and water. As a base, we're going to be using both a mix of propylene glycol and glycerin. Go ahead and be using plain old pipette here because I haven't got my bottles that I want to transfer some of this into. I'm not going to be making an entire batch up of this. I'm using a 6cc, 6 milliliter bottle from US Plastics, 19 cents a piece. Can't go wrong. Plastic pipettes were 10 cents a piece maybe. Alright. You can see I've added about, it's maybe not quite 25% in there. Next is the glycerin. This is from Lorenz. This is $9.50 for a 16-ounce bottle, which is the best price I found anywhere. They have smaller bottles for less, but $9.50 for 16 ounces, you really can't go wrong. It's a pain to use this bottle to fill things with, so I've transferred some into an old, empty, Totally Wicked juice bottle. I've got some 2-ounce bottles coming, they haven't arrived yet. So in the meantime, I use this. Main reason I'm using the 6-ounce bottle, not the 6-ounce, 6cc bottle instead of a 3, is because with these Totally Wicked droppers, it's almost impossible to get them in the 3cc bottle. With the 6, it's a whole lot easier. A touch more. Alright, now you see our levels. It's roughly 50% PG, 50% VG. Give it a good shake. Maybe put on some music, get some salsa going. Alright, for this test I'm going to be using a brand new atomizer on a Janty USB pass-through with a manual switch. You can see in there's no hole going down into the switch, which is why this is my direct drip device. No way to flood it, and it gives you a pretty consistent hit. Alright, this is just PG and VG. We know it's not going to taste like anything, but I want to have a baseline. Just going to go 1 drop because I don't really want to have to suck all the fluid back out. Let it cook for a sec. Okay, it's not unexpected. Really no flavor at all. There's a little sweetness as you'd expect with glycerin or propylene glycol, but there's no flavor whatsoever. You wouldn't want to vape it. It's got a good cloud, but there's no taste to it. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add this. Now, the label says the recommended daily dose is 2 dropperfuls, not drops. I don't want the full daily amount. My first impression of this isn't good. If you look at this, you can see it's orangey and it looks oily, and there's no oils in there. It is just alcohol and water and the pepper extract. but it's got an orangey oil look into it. I put that much in there. I want to see whether it's going to add color or add flavor to the unflavored liquid. It shouldn't, for the purposes that we don't really want like a Tabasco vape. It did add a little color to the liquid too. Not a whole lot, but you can see it's a little orangey now. And hold that right there. Once again, I'm only going to add 1 drop. That's what we're running time, 5:46. Try to speed this up. YouTube's got a 10-minute limit. Yeah, it adds the hit. It's not the throat hit you're used to with a cigarette. It's not really in the chest. It's a burn. Not in the mouth either. It's on the back of the tongue. Yeah, throat. Didn't hit me as hard the second time because I was expecting it, and didn't take as big a pull. It's not adding any flavor to it. A little peppery, but it's not really adding any flavor. You definitely feel the burn more if you are a direct inhaler versus a mouth inhaler, if you know what I'm saying. If you pull the vapor in your mouth and then inhale it, it doesn't hit you as hard as if you just suck it straight down. But it is there. Yeah, it's not what I expected. It's not the kind of throat hit that maybe you're necessarily looking for, but it's there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some flavor to it. I want to see if it diminishes the hit. Now, this is I pulled out coffee. This is a very, very strong juice. I don't usually use it by itself, so I'm going to go very sparingly. Yeah, that's the amount that I put in there. Oop, I'm holding it too high, aren't I? Yeah, about like that. Now I'm going to shake it. It's very little coffee in there at all because it is so strong. Set that aside. And you see how dark my liquid is, just that little bit of coffee that I added. This video is getting long, so I'm going to try to make it before the cutoff. Yeah, the throat hit's still there. Good coffee flavor. Nice throat burn. Like I said, it's not in your chest per se. It's more it is in your throat. A little bit of a chest hit. That might be the coffee flavor I actually had in the chest hit. I'm not really disappointed. I can't say it's what I expected. It does add a little bit of a lip burn, almost like holding a menthol cigarette in your lips for too long. For those of you that know what I'm referring to, maybe like after eating a couple crawfish. Yeah, it works. It's not exactly what you want, but in a pinch, it'll do the job. This is Now's Cayenne Extract Vascular Health. And until next time, this is Walrus from the lab.